Hey there, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Welcome. We're going to be taking a look at how you are going to get what you want this month. So, first, I'm going to pull a card on your current energy for the month. And then I'm going to pull a card on what you can bring into you this month if you try. And then the third part is how you are actually going to do that. Okay. So, please keep in mind, I'm at my parents', so I don't have my usual setup with the above head camera. Okay. So, bear with me. You have the Three of Pentacles for your energy. So it seems like you're definitely in a very collaborative mood. You're willing to work with people. You're willing to learn from others, or you're willing to teach another in order to bring them on board, which can bring a sense of camaraderie between you and others. So it seems like it's not just you this month. It seems like you're able to bring on other people to be able to go towards some kind of goal or something that you're wanting to achieve. So I feel like you have a helping hand along with, yeah, Two of Cups. It can even be like a love partner, or for some of you, there can be love in the workplace. But ultimately, even if this isn't necessarily about love, it can just be, once again, that good camaraderie. It seems like you have people on your side, people who understand your vision, you understand another's vision. So it seems like really working on a team this month is going to help you. So I want to say it seems like there's a few more steps that you're needing to take in order to reach that level of achievement, but it's going to be brought on by others or other people helping you or something like that. What you can achieve is the Seven of Cups. So this can be about creating more options that you have available. This can also be about something that you had fantasized about for a really long time, whether that's a relationship, whether it's some kind of creative project. This card, Seven of Cups, can represent a lot of creativity, and it can be about needing to choose something in particular. So if you have a lot of choices, a lot of avenues that you want to go down, maybe it is that you are a great poet, but you're also really great at website design, and you also want to write a novel. It's kind of picking and choosing which one you feel is going to be most authentic to you, or which one you feel is true to you. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So, what good can come to you? Well, you, right? Queen of Wands is Aries energy, and this is about taking the lead in your own life and simply calling the shots. You could definitely be like, I mean, not saying that this is anybody's goal, but you could be a little bit like the sexual fantasy for somebody this month. Now, if you're a masculine Aries, there could be somebody that you meet, maybe in the workplace, maybe not, maybe somebody that you're collaborating with. Whatever the case is, for my single Aries masculines that are interested in feminine energy, I feel like there can be a feminine energy here that you definitely depict as like your fantasy, especially sexually. Okay. For my feminine Aries, this is about becoming the fantasy even for yourself. It doesn't have to be for a man or for another woman or something like that, but this is you calling the shots, taking the lead. For some of you, this can be some kind of performative quality that you're working on. So it seems like you're able to take some kind of fantasy and actually turn it into a reality, and that's the best. How you're going to get there, the Three of Swords. So it seems like kind of needing to get over yourself, right? And I know that sounds really, really harsh, but what I'm meaning by that is, for some of this, or for some of you, this is just simply feeling not good enough, or this can be some kind of heartbreak that is holding you back in some way. So I feel like it's asking you to, yeah, Three of Swords, Five of Swords. It's like if something doesn't work out in your life, it doesn't have to trickle down like, a bad pyramid effect or a bad domino effect. It doesn't have to trickle down the rest of your life. I know that sometimes when I go through a breakup, it can sometimes do that. I isolate, I don't talk to anybody, I don't go to the gym. Sometimes I don't do anything, right? And sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need that moment. But there's also times where we can channel that energy and utilize it as fuel to be able to succeed. So I feel like that's what it's probably asking you to do. We have step out of your comfort zone. So it's asking you to do something different. It's asking you to be unique. It's asking you to be you, but authentically you. And don't be afraid to do the thing that scares you, because I really think that that is what's going to bring you the most success. Thanks a lot, Aries. If you want to book a personal reading, you can do so at violetaalexis.com. I hope that you guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Please excuse the little setup here. I want you guys to understand that I am not at my house. I am at my parents' house, so I don't have the little overhead camera. But thanks for kind of bearing with me. We're going to be taking a look at how you can be successful this month. So let's go ahead and see what your overall energy is. The Two of Swords, analysis paralysis a little bit. You know, the Two of Swords can kind of show up when you are, whether intentionally blinding yourself or unintentionally, it can be more subconscious where you think that the control is outside of yourself when it's really not. It's really about taking off the blindfold and being able to make that decision for yourself, whatever it is. This may be you kind of delaying making a decision because of uncertainty or because of fear or whatever it is. Let's kind of see what that is about. The Queen of Pentacles. Well, this is you. The Queen of Pentacles is you. So it can be a specific decision about you. Maybe it's about your business. Maybe it can just be that you have a couple of different streams of income that you could possibly attest to, right? And this can be you being like, well, I don't know if I want to do this or want to do that. Well, maybe you can do both, or maybe you can find something else that you can kind of add onto your plate a little bit. I know that you guys can carry a lot. Doesn't always mean you have to, but you can if you want. But it seems like you're kind of just wanting your peace. You're taking really good care of yourself. Maybe you're working out, you're just nourishing yourself, doing some skincare. It seems like business is pretty good, but there is a big decision that you're needing to kind of make that you may be kind of avoiding a little bit. The success that you can have is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So while this can represent a couple of things, there may be some kind of missed opportunity from the past that you can get back. So maybe it's a collaboration. Maybe it's a chance to finally take a class. Maybe it's on discount now, right? Maybe the class is now or the course is now discounted. Maybe it is that you can finally build some kind of business that maybe you feel like you missed out on, or there's something that you can learn or put some kind of effort into that maybe you had once put back on the shelf in some way. Yeah. And I feel like it's almost like maybe you weren't ready for it in the past and now you are. And so things that you may feel have been lost in the past now you can kind of regain in some way. And I think that you're stronger, you're better. It seems like you have a lot more passion for what this thing is specifically, and you know how to maneuver through it. And so I think that you have the strength to make the decision. Just be careful of kind of falling in your comfort zone a little bit. And then how you're going to do this is the Six of Swords in reverse. So, you know, the Six of Swords in reverse doesn't always have to be negative, right? The Six of Swords in reverse can be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go back and revisit this thing because I feel like I can finally take that now, or put that effort in, or now I can finally get something back that I moved on from that maybe is still supposed to be in my life. Could it be a relationship? Yeah, maybe, but it feels more financial. Nine of Swords in reverse. It seems like maybe because you have more education, or maybe you have more knowledge on the matter or something like that. It seems like it's less of a strain, or less worrisome than maybe it was before. So what do I mean by this? I mean, maybe you really wanted to, I don't know, let's think. Maybe you really wanted to start a tarot business, right? But you're like, oh, I just really don't have the time to study. I don't have the time to study the book, right? And learn all of the da 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 da. Like maybe you learned a little bit, but you didn't really put the effort into it, even though you're passionate about it. Well, now it seems like you can go back and revisit that because maybe you did take time to read the book, or maybe you got rid of your fear of talking in front of people, right? Or something like that. So there's a really good opportunity for that. A time to give rather than take. Okay. Well, interesting. Maybe it's about putting in an effort towards someone or something, or Virgo energy can be about work, where it's not so much about what you can gain, but it's about what you can give. So I know that it can feel very rewarding for me. Like, for instance, when I am able to help people with, like, not saying I'm not getting any money out of it. Of course, you guys know I do super chats and stuff, but like it is very rewarding for me when I know that I have encouraged somebody to live their most authentic life, or how they can empower themselves. It's very rewarding to me. And so I think that for some of you, with whatever this is, focusing on what you're giving and looking at that as a reward, it almost doubles the reward for yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? So kind of think about something like that. Thank you so much, Taurus. I really appreciate you being here. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so at www.violettaalexis.com. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Please excuse me. I am at my parents' house, and so I don't have my overhead camera. So just kind of help me deal with this moment. We're going to be taking a look at how you're going to be successful this month. Okay, so let's first go ahead and take a look at your overall general energy for the month of November. Four of Swords. So you may have gone through something in the month of October where you were hurting, or maybe there was a breakup, or maybe there was a death in the family, or who knows, right? It could be a plethora of things, but I see you healing. You're in the process of doing so. And so this is good. This is good because I feel like you are kind of keeping to yourself a little bit, protecting your peace, finding peace within yourself, and keeping a level head about things is what I want to say with that Four of Swords. You could be spending a lot of alone time as well. Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I really feel like protecting your peace kind of at all costs is a thing because you seem to be a little riled up about something specifically. Now, the Queen of Swords is Libra to me. So this is Venusian energy. So it can be over either, what's Venus, money, love, relationships, connection, beauty, things like that. Maybe for some of you, you are recovering from some kind of skin laser surgery, or maybe for some of you, you're recovering from a breakup. Whatever it is, it kind of has your panties in a twist, right? It kind of has your panties in a twist a little bit, and you seem to be quite overly emotional and even feeling verbally impulsive. Like you may say something, or maybe you have said something that you didn't necessarily mean. And so you're just trying to, I don't want to say you're trying to internalize it. It just seems like you're trying to take a more mature approach where you're like, okay, let me not project this onto another person, and let me kind of take a step back and have some alone time, because I don't want to do that. Now, this can be a feminine energy in your life who has kind of put you in that place where there can be someone who has really been irrational or said some things to you that maybe they didn't necessarily mean, but they cut really deep. And so you could be kind of a little in your hidey hole in the month of November. We have the Page of Cups. So this is the success that you can have this month. The Page of Cups can talk about a love offer. So either you can be offered some love, or you can do the offering. The Page of Cups can also be about a level of creativity. You starting some kind of new creative project, you starting to paint more, you starting to do some writing. Maybe you are deciding that you want to make TikTok videos, right? It can be something like that, which can be like it's a new beginning, but it is still very it's nourishing in a way, right? For your creative brain. And I think with that Page of Cups, though, it's also about, you see that little fish in there? It's kind of like you better take it before it slips. That's kind of the message in the Page of Cups sometimes. The Three of Wands in reverse. I heard suffered, where you feel like you've suffered. There can be a new start somewhere where you feel like you've been waiting for something and it never came, where you were waiting to take action and you missed the mark. I think that this is the time. I kind of got something for Taurus like this, where it seems like something from the past, they might be getting a second chance. I'm kind of wondering if that's you as well. Now, for others of you where you have felt emotionally or creatively blocked, or like some kind of love relationship was delayed due to some form of frustration or distance or something like that, I can see some kind of renewal happening here. What you're going to do to get it, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, what I really want to say is try not to bite off more than you can chew, or take more than you're really able to take on right now, especially if your emotions are a little bit in an upheaval. That can certainly be a problem. For some of you, this may be an apology, by the way. I wanted to say that as well. Or you get a chance to apologize. Okay. It depends on which side of the coin you're on, right? But that Two of Pentacles in reverse is saying, don't get overwhelmed. Don't bite off more than you can chew. If you feel like you need some alone time right now and you're just not ready to talk to this person again, or, get back out there and date, or whatever it may be, then listen to that. Listen to yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't pressure yourself to take on more than you can. Yeah, see, told you, 10 of Wands in reverse. Don't make things harder on yourself. Just don't do it. I think that sometimes for me, I'm always trying to do more for people. It usually comes from a place of like a lack of self-worth, or feeling like I have to do in order to uh, you know, um in order to earn my spot somewhere, or in order to just simply take up space, you know, and like I don't need to do that all the time. I can just exist, and that's also okay, you know. So something to think about. Be bold and make the first move. Ooh, so this can be about a love connection potentially. This is cardinal moon energy. So maybe for some of you, you're a Libra moon, a Capricorn moon, an Aries moon, or a Cancer moon. But it's asking you that the thing that is emotionally driving you, whether it is a person, whether it is needing to apologize because of some kind of empathy that you feel, right? Moon, or if it's something creatively, something that makes you feel good about what it is that you're doing. It's asking you to initiate that for whatever reason. Okay. So thank you so much, Gemini. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. That information can be found in the description box below. It was a pleasure, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye for now. Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Welcome to your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how you're going to be successful this month. Please excuse me, I don't have my overhead camera or anything like that. I am at my parents' house, and so just gonna have to wing it with me. So let's go ahead and take a look at your overall general energy for November. We have the Death card. Oh, okay. So there may be something that's happening outside of you that is kind of causing you to change, or forcing you or nudging you to change. Now, I want to say it's in the right direction. I think this is really about seeing the light at the end of the tunnel a little bit. You are going through some very, very big changes, some things that will change forever and they will never go back to being the same. And this can have a lot to do with, you know, Pluto entering Aquarius. Everybody's going to be going through that. You know, this is the last time this month that Pluto's going to be in Aquarius, and or excuse me, in Capricorn. And I know that your ruler, for the last time until the next 200 years, the moon is going to come into a conjunction with Pluto in Capricorn for the last time that you'll ever see it being alive in Capricorn, in the sign of Capricorn. So, you know, there are some big changes that are happening, and you're definitely going to feel it, but I think it's for your overall good, your highest good, and your sense of evolution. We have the Ace of Swords. Whew, baby. You're having some big, big moments of clarity and wisdom and understanding. It's almost like you're waking up from some kind of coma and everything looks different. It feels different. You feel things differently because you are different. Now, what I like about this is that the Death card is here and it's followed by the Ace of Swords. So this is an ending and this is a brand new beginning. You can be evolving in the way that you're thinking, evolving in the way that you're communicating. Maybe there's some new writing project, maybe some new podcast, something like that. But you're making the necessary changes that you need in order to be a vibrational match to whatever this is. Then we have the Judgment. This is the success that you can have this month. The Judgment is absolutely, in my opinion, somewhat about our destiny, but our destiny that God has given us in a way. So it's about knowing that this thing is calling you, knowing that God, knowing that the universe is calling you to make a decision, is calling you to do something. And this is probably one of the biggest decisions that you're going to make in your life. And you're going to look back on this and probably think, wow, that's kind of like when this all started in a way. And this is like the higher octave of Scorpio. There's a lot of scorpionic energy here with that Death card and the Judgment. Huge, huge transformations, especially in the way that you think about things. And the way that you think about things is your perspective. When your perspective changes for the better, your reality shifts. So this to me also can be about some huge success of you being, I'm getting a lot of this. I got this for Gemini a little bit, and I definitely got this for Taurus. So if you have some Taurus placements, go watch the Taurus, the Taurus reading. But with that Judgment there, this can represent something that you thought was dead, or something you left in the dust to be reemerged. The Magician. Look at all of these major arcanas. This is some kind of talent, gift, skill, and or ability that you're bringing back from the past. This is Mercury. Then we have the Ace of Swords. It can absolutely be about something regarding speaking, something regarding writing, podcasts, anything like that. It can be that. It doesn't have to be, of course. But this is you making a big life-changing decision to bring something back into your life that you have manifested before, and maybe it didn't come to fruition, but this is your intention now. This is your intention to bring this thing back, and you're going to succeed at just that. How you're going to do this is the Eight of Wands in reverse. This is not the time to delay things. This is not the time to be uninformed or undereducated about what it is that you're trying to pursue. So, for instance, if you are trying to pursue a YouTube channel, for instance, it would behoove you to either take a course on that or to watch some videos, watch some tutorials on how to be successful with those things, right? I'm not saying it's a YouTuber, but something that you're trying to bring back to life in some way. This is not the time to put it on hold. This is also not the time to rush it. Allow things to kind of come as they may. The Five of Cups. Yeah, this isn't about like focusing on the past and being hung up on the changes that have already been made. Things are changing and things are ending. And it's okay to process those things. It's okay to grieve those things, right? But there's going to be a time where you're needing to move forward. And, looking back at the past and focusing on what you didn't get is not going to help you get what you need. So, looking in your rear view mirror is for the birds. Don't do it. See what it is that you have to work with after all of the rubble has been cleared, and move from there. Your hard work is paying off. I mean, is there really much more to say? This is an incredible card. This means that you have been busting your butt in some area of your life, and now this is the time where you're really going to see it pay off. So it seems to me like you have some really good things coming for you, Cancer. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you want to book a personal reading, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. All of that information can be found in the description box below. Thank you so much, Cancer, for watching, and I hope you have a great November. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hey, Leos, how are you guys doing? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Welcome. I am not in my usual place. I'm at my parents', so I don't have my overhead camera. Okay, so just deal with it. No. How are you guys feeling? Mars is in your sign, so you may be feeling a little bit more driven or maybe a little bit more aggressive. So I hope you guys are dealing with that energy, okay? We're going to be taking a look at how you're going to be successful for this month, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at your overall general energy, and we will work our way down from there. So your overall energy, the Eight of Cups, it seems like you're walking away from someone or something this month that you're realizing this just wasn't for me, or I don't really like the options that were available to me, or I'm choosing something that's going to be more fulfilling. You may feel like you just woke up out of a coma, and I was kind of telling that to Cancer as well. So if you have any Cancer placements, take a look. But it almost feels like you're kind of waking up from some kind of illusion. Like you're like, wow, how long was I asleep for? And you're walking away not just because something was an illusion, but because it wasn't fulfilling. And so now it's going to be more of a focus on, well, what do I want? What makes me happy? And it's kind of a solo journey, so you may be feeling a little lonely or alone, but it's for your highest good, and I think that you know that. So I think you're just doing the best with what you can. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It can be that you're walking away from a project or a job that you just feel like wasn't going anywhere. This may have been something that you've been working on for a while, but there was just really no progress being made. Maybe because it was a lack of passion, maybe because there was somebody else involved and they weren't doing their or holding up their end of the bargain. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse also makes me feel like for some of you, it can't, for a very few of you, it can be that you're being a little too hard on something or someone. Maybe you're being a little picky, and that's your reason for walking away. There's nothing wrong with having boundaries. There's nothing wrong with having standards, but definitely for some of you, for a very small portion, ask yourself if maybe you're being a little too hard on whomever this thing is. That's obviously not for all of you. But it can also be you walking away because you feel like something is just isn't progressing and you're kind of like, well, I don't see it going any further than this. What you're going to succeed at this month is the moon in reverse. So yeah, I mean, removing the blindfolds, seeing the reality of a situation, something being revealed to you where you're like, oh, that's why, and the moon in reverse can definitely upend our fears a little bit. They can bring our fears to the surface, but usually it's just things that we subconsciously knew, but we didn't want to admit to ourselves sometimes. This can also be about you being like, no, I'm finally going to trust myself to do this thing. Or you're realizing that you should have trusted yourself the entire time, but it feels like to me the veil is being lifted, and that is a success within itself. It can be around a relationship potentially, or some kind of, like I said, job or some kind of financial dynamic that you are going through. For some of you, you can realize that you really didn't need anybody, and maybe you were relying on somebody a little too much, but it's this energy of maybe having your own business, having a more stable life, being more financially independent, being able to take care of your family better. So I see things getting better for you financially, or potentially just understanding what it is that you want in a commitment and going after that thing. Or for some of you, it can be that you're deciding to step up in a relationship as well, potentially. Okay. For some of you, you've been deluding yourself if you've been thinking that you've been showing up one way in a relationship and you haven't. Okay. For some of you, that's for a small portion of you. Okay. How you're going to get there is the Six of Cups in reverse. Well, the Six of Cups in reverse can talk about somebody who needs to grow up. Okay. So for some of you, for a very small portion, I know the cross watchers are like, yeah, tell Leo, right? And this may be reversed for some of you, but the Six of Cups in reverse can talk about somebody who does need to step it up. They need to realize that it's time to make a decision. It's time to grow up. It's time to be responsible. And these gifts that you're being given are not for nothing, but they're nothing if you don't make them into anything, So I hope that that makes sense. But this also is not about clinging on to the past and holding grudges, because that's not doing anything for you. If you are holding on to grudges, that's hurting nobody but yourself, really. The other person probably really isn't thinking about it as much as you think they are. If this is some kind of relational thing. The Lovers. For the Six of Cups in reverse to come out with the Lovers, the Six of Cups in reverse can be highly immature, a very highly immature connection, relationship, people that you're associating yourself with, or it can be you. The Lovers is how you're going to be more responsible, have the relationship that you want, be more successful financially or otherwise. But the Lovers talks about having a foundation, the foundation that you build yourself on, and then we move forward. We want to make sure that all of the boxes are checked, right? And then we can start making bigger decisions. So, for instance, just for a prime example, right? Let's be super cliche and say it's a relationship. Let's say that you did get into a connection and you realized, wow, our morals and values don't align at all, or our beliefs, our philosophy on life isn't aligned at all, but maybe even ignoring certain red flags that were totally against your morals or your values, and then kind of paying for it later. Well, that's why it's so important to make sure that these foundational structures are set and we can build off of those, because otherwise we just have walls and a roof, of a house without a floor, and so that's why, because the Hierophant comes before the Lovers, so that's why the Hierophant is so important. It's about having that foundation that you can build off of, and taking a more mature route, and making decisions from your higher self. Yeah, so adjustments are required. I mean, this is a very generic card. Yeah, adjustments are required. Maybe you need to trust yourself more. Maybe you need to stop being so nitpicky, either on others or yourself. Maybe this is a time where, if you really want this kind of relationship, it is a time to grow up, and whether that means like you just need to budget better or you need to talk to a therapist about how you are going to emotionally deal with other people, and that level of emotional intelligence, etc. Whatever that thing is, adjustments are required. I feel like you already know what they are. Okay. So thank you so much, Leo. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at www.violettalexis.com. You can find the information in the description box below. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hey Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Welcome to your November reading. We're going to be taking a look at how you can be successful this month. So let's go ahead and pull a card on your general energy and we'll work our way down from there. The King of Swords. Okay, I like it. So this is definitely you being quite logical about what it is that you're thinking or what it is that you're doing. For some of you, you can be becoming an advisor or you're advising other people. This is definitely a lot of mental maturity and making decisions for the betterment of the group. So, what I mean by that is you're making decisions not just for yourself, but what's best for everybody as far as the collective goes. Okay. So, making sure that the actions that you're taking are going to affect others in a positive way. So, yeah, I mean, I like it. There's not much more to say. Let's see what this says. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. You can be giving advice about business, money, and or relationships. This can also be about you guys potentially hiring a lawyer for some kind of business or divorce or something like that if you're going through that. If you're married and you're in a healthy relationship, I'm not saying that you're going through a divorce. I'm just telling you the possibilities. But it seems like you are taking a very logical approach to something that was once established in your life that you feel like no longer is. So something that you're probably detaching from, not in like an unhealthy way, but you're like being more solution oriented as opposed to getting all up in arms about some kind of problem that you're having. So this can be a business that maybe you really wanted to flourish, but you're like, yeah, it's kind of failed or it's not going in the direction that I wanted it to. And the King of Swords is about you having that a logical approach. And like I said, you may be getting advice from others in order how to maneuver through this situation. Then we have how you're going to be successful. We have the Five of Wands. Now, this can be more of a brainstorming energy. So the Five of Wands can sometimes talk about some kind of creative brainstorming with other people. I do think that there are other people that have opinions or advice that they're trying to give you. The only thing is with the Five of Wands, it's like a lot of people are talking at once and nobody's really interested in listening. They're only interested in being heard. But for some reason, that's going to be a part of your success here. Okay, I see. So it's going to get to a point where you may have a lot of people in your ear about what you should or you shouldn't do, or you should go about something this way, or you should go about a relationship in that way. And you're going to get to a point where you kind of put your arms in the air or put your hands in the air. And instead of thinking about what's best for everybody, although there's nothing wrong with that, you're like, I'm getting to a point where I realize I need to make this decision for me out of a sense of self-love. Because I think that a lot of you, I mean, you guys are Virgos, so you guys are very service oriented, always doing things for others, always serving others. I'm not saying always, okay? Some of us Virgos are SHIT bags, right? But a lot of you guys are very service oriented, but sometimes it's about knowing when you have to draw a line in the sand with something. So I think that your success really comes from choosing you, and that's probably going to be your best decision. The Empress is how you're going to do this. Well, this is about knowing your worth and knowing what it is that you bring to the table. And the thing as well is the Empress, she doesn't necessarily like get up and chase somebody down to prove her worth. She just exists and she does what she does best, which is create and nurture what it is that she has created, whether that's a child or whether that is a business or a creative project. It's about her knowing her worth and knowing that she doesn't have to chase anything down or anyone down for a penny or for a day old wiener from 7-Eleven. She just doesn't need to do it, or he, depending upon which gender you are, right? And this is also about, taking care of yourself at the end of the day. This is Taurus energy and Libra, but it's Venusian. So it's about self care. It's about self care. So I really think that once you see your worth, once you realize what you deserve, that's when you're going to start making decisions from that place. Wow. So that is stunning. This is not about you repeating some kind of unhealthy cycles that you've had before, where maybe there was a lack of self worth or you were putting everybody else above yourself. This Wheel of Fortune talks about having a higher perspective and just simply like letting people be and letting things go. This is not you trying to control anything. Once again, this is not you trying to force people to see your perspective or force somebody to see your value. It just doesn't matter. People either see it or they don't. They want to buy something or they don't. They want to date you or they don't. And that's it. And I think that that's how you're going to get to that level of success. And then we have new moon in Taurus energy. Well, we're having a full moon in Taurus on November 15th, on November 15th of this month. So maybe something happens around there, but I like this prosperity lies ahead because it tells me that with the right amount of self-love and self-care, you're going to go places. And so whether that is financially or relationally, this has new moon in Taurus. Yeah, I know Venus is relationships and stuff, but I look at Libra as more of the relationship side of Venus. I look at Taurus more of the energy of me and I possess and I take care of myself. And so I think that you kind of having that mind frame a little bit and putting yourself first is really gonna be where you find the most success this month. Thank you so much, Virgo. If you want to book a personal reading, you can do so at www.violettaalexis.com. All of the information can be found in the description box below. Thanks a lot, Virgo, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Welcome to your November forecast here. We're going to be taking a look at how you're going to be successful. Excuse me, I'm not in my home, so I don't have my overhead camera, so sorry about that, but hopefully the reading will still be good. So let's take a look at your overall energy, and then we will work our way down from there, Libra. Ooh, Libra, come on, don't hurt them. The Six of Wands for your overall energy. Well, this is very much giving a Mars and Leo, which is where Mars is right now in the month of November. And eventually on December 6th, that's when Mars is going to turn retrograde. But this can definitely be a lot of drive, some kind of animosity that maybe you face towards others, or some kind of brainstorming that you did, the fight to the top, as it were. The Six of Wands is showing me that you're getting a lot of attention and having a lot of success in a certain area of your life. So whether you finally completed a project and everybody's really excited about it, whether maybe you raised money for some kind of humanitarian cause, maybe you created something on social media that's getting you a lot of traction. You're getting attention, and I'm not going to lie, you're definitely soaking it in, and it probably feels really, really good. But I also feel like it was well worth the wait and also very well deserved. Then we have the Ten of Swords. Wow. If you see that Six of Wands, you see Daenerys Targaryen. This is my Game of Thrones deck. A lot of you know that I use this all the time. But Daenerys Targaryen, she's not really looking over here. She's not looking there. She's focused more on her success than she is at something that has failed. I think a lot of you are either A, feeling betrayed, or you may be ending something that is no longer for you. It was something that was probably making you feel very indecisive, making you feel very stuck, maybe even causing a lot of stress and or anxiety, sleepless nights even. And so it seems like that is a thing of the past. So, for instance, let's be super cliche and say that you're overcoming a breakup. Somebody betrayed you, or maybe you betrayed them, but you put a pin in something. You're putting a pin in something, and you are probably allowing that to drive you into this level of success. So, it's kind of like those people that you see when they have these big divorces or they have these breakups, right? And then they end up like being the hottest that they've ever been, right? It can't be something like that. And it doesn't have to be superficial, okay? Yeah, the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, interesting. Well, the 8, 9 of Swords leads to the Ten of Swords. So this is interesting. So this is how you're going to be successful. Okay. Or this is what is bringing you success is the Eight of Swords in reverse. So where you were feeling indecisive, right? The Eight of Swords in the upright is very much feeling indecisive. This is you feeling like you're stuck when really you're not. It's actually all in your control. And all you have to do is kind of take off the blindfolds and walk through the swords essentially and make a decision. So I feel like a lot of you are untangling yourself or detangling yourself from some kind of situation that felt like a betrayal or that felt very stressful. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse, it can be where you felt like you had to prove yourself in a situation over and over and over again to the point where it was truly at your expense, where you were either spending too much money, over giving of your time, your energy, your love, your sex, even whatever it may be, too many hours, on the docket at work and nobody cares and you're picking up everybody's slack or feeling like you need to do that to prove yourself in some way when I don't think that that's the case. And I think that you're realizing that that was never the case. So with the Eight of Swords in reverse, this is you being like, you know what? Done. Thank you. Have a nice day. That's really what's happening here. The Devil in reverse is how you're going to do that. So, I mean, the Devil in reverse is a great card. This is about realizing what has been toxically bonding you in some way. This can also be about realizing your fears, your self-sabotaging behaviors, realizing that your attachments to whatever it may be were harming you. And so I can see a lot of you guys severing whatever that is, but it's only after there is an admittance of something and being like, you know what, this is a problem. Or why am I doing this? And seeing where that kind of comes from is going to help you get unstuck in some way. Yeah. This is like, why am I, putting metaphorically, why am I putting thousands of dollars on the table and that side is two pennies? You know, why am I doing that? For what reason? And really, what is my worth? What is my time worth? Your time is your life, right? What is my time worth? What is my life worth to me? So I think that you guys having a realization that maybe you are being taken advantage of in some way is and actually doing something about it is going to be your best bet. We have nothing is yet set in stone. So, maybe something is ending and it's saying like maybe it doesn't have to be over forever. Maybe a lot of things are changing in your life. Maybe you have had some kind of toxic attachments to people. It doesn't mean that you have to forever. Maybe you've been living your life a certain way. You don't have to do that forever. It's really what you make it. Okay. So thank you so much, Libra. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at www.violettaalexis.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. For my Scorpio Suns, happy birthday. We're going to take a look at how you are going to be successful in the month of November. So let's go ahead and take a look at your overall general energy for the month of November, and then we will work our way down from there. So let's go ahead and see here. Energy, Page of Wands. I like it. It seems like you're not super confident about some new journey that you're on or some new business that you're trying to start or a message that you're sending, but I got to give it to you. You're doing it anyway. And this reminds me of the card of do it even when your voice shakes, right? If you're passionate about it, go for it. Even if you're scared, do the thing that kind of scares you. The Page of Wands doesn't know what the hell he's doing, but he knows that he's passionate about the thing. He's passionate about it, or she's passionate about it. And eventually, that Page of Wands turns into a Knight of Wands where we're really confidently taking action, even sometimes at a fault. And then we get to the Queen or the King of Wands. So it's really a more of an entrepreneurial vibe, a very independent and passionate vibe. And I see you starting something brand new in this regard. So let's see, the Temperance, very spicy. This is a very fiery energy because this is Sagittarius and we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Maybe you are deciding to travel for some of you. Maybe you're deciding to take on some kind of hobby or something else that you want to kind of put onto your plate, something that's going to be really fun to eat, metaphorically speaking. This can also be about you deciding to educate yourself on something that is very fulfilling to you. I think that this is going to have a very positive result for you in the end because it is Jupiter energy after all. So I think that this is something that is going to be very fulfilling for you. It's also going to bring something back into your life where it's going to feel like, oh my God, this makes sense. Or now my life finally feels fulfilled or complete in some way. And it's because you're pursuing something that you're passionate about. When we're pursuing something or even someone that we're passionate about, we feel more fulfilled because it's authentic to us in that time. Let's see how you're going to succeed. The Knight of Swords. Wow. So, what you can be successful at with that Knight of Swords is you can actually take action faster than you think that you can. It can be that you're receiving some kind of news, you're receiving the go ahead, you can finally go forth with something and do it very quickly. And so, something may move faster than you think it will. So I want to say with that Knight of Swords, I think that you're getting something that you want. I think that you're getting some kind of good news. It just may come in or happen faster than you think it's going to, and it may kind of take you by surprise. So keep that in mind, okay? Then you got the High Priestess. It's really about this thing is representing your highest potential. And I mean your highest potential. And it's so funny how this little Page of Wands can turn into that. But really, it is that. The Page of Wands is just about taking the step, even if you're not feeling super confident. Your highest potential can be very intimidating. Why? Because it is your highest potential. That means that you have to elevate yourself enough to reach that potential and understand that you have unlimited potential. I think with that High Priestess as well, I think that you probably knew that this was something that was going to happen. I also want to say when it comes to making decisions and taking action, your best bet is going to be your intuition and what your own inner voice is telling you. Don't ignore that little voice that you hear, that little nudge, because it's going to take you to the finish line. And how you're going to do this is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. For some reason, for some of you, I'm getting like needing to budget your money and being very responsible when it comes to your money for some of you. But I think that you guys letting go of some kind of imposter syndrome or some kind of fear that something's not going to be good enough, that you're not doing enough, that you're not bringing enough to the table, that you are not enough, you have to let go of that. I also think that potentially for some of you, if you've left something out of your life or you've abandoned something from your life that was actually very influential in a positive way, whatever that may be, it may be time for you to bring that back. Okay. The Queen of Cups. Follow your heart, you know. Don't abandon what your heart wants. That doesn't mean go back to your abusive ex. That's not what I'm saying. But when it comes to your heart, when it comes to what makes you feel alive, what's pumping the blood that's pumping in your veins every day, what makes your heart beat like that, right? And it doesn't have to be a person, okay? I know we all want to say that it is. For some of you, maybe it is. Maybe it is for some of you. As long as it is a healthy, fulfilling, authentic relationship that is in alignment with what your highest potential is and can be. So I want to say this is time for you not to live in fear. This is a time for you to live in love, as corny as that sounds. Let's see, you and your loved ones are safe. So maybe there are some fears here that you have around your loved ones. That can be what this is, right? This is Saturn and Taurus. And there can be fears around those things, fear of losing money, fear of a lot of things. But then I see the Queen of Cups here. So maybe you do have some fear around a relationship or a fear around the people that you love. At this time, it's telling you that you don't need to be afraid of whatever that is. Everything is pretty solidified, it seems like. So thank you so much, Scorpio. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at www.violettaalexis.com. All of that information can be found in the description box below. And I hope you guys have a great November and happy birthday if you're a Sun in Scorpio. Talk soon. Bye for now. Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Welcome to your November reading. We're going to be taking a look at how you're going to be successful this month. So let's go ahead and take a look at your general energy, and then we'll work our way down from there. General energy, Ace of Pentacles. Love this. This tells me that you're starting something new. It could be a business venture. It could be a marriage. It could be some kind of business collaboration. Whatever this thing is, it promises that it has longevity. As long as you're putting in the hard work, you're planting the seeds, you're weeding the garden, so to speak. So this is something that probably has financial potential and something that can be very lucrative in the month of November. We have the Seven of Wands. God, I love the Seven. I love the Seven of Wands because it shows that you've really, really busted your butt to get to the top of the hill, so to speak. And now you might have some haters, which is great. Because I feel like if you don't have people that are jealous of you, you're probably not doing a whole lot. If you have everybody that's just acting like your friend, it's because you don't have anything that they want. So you're kind of at this point where you may be a little bit surprised that people are acting a certain way towards you because you're starting this new thing, because you're finally looking hotter, or because you're bringing in more money or becoming more successful. So it's just a little bit of a forewarning, right? How you're going to be successful or what you're going to be successful in. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. If you feel like you've been pining away into an empty abyss, if you feel like you have been pouring into a bottomless pit, if you feel like you've been working your butt off and you haven't been getting anywhere, this is the time where you don't do that anymore. You're probably going to set a different standard for yourself, and you're really going to be putting the work in this month. So I think that the standard is going to be raised, but it's because you are the one that is raising it. And the Seven of Swords in reverse. This is you trusting yourself and you really not putting everybody else's needs in front of your own. And sometimes we need to do that in order to move ahead. If we're not taking care of ourselves, we certainly can't take care of anybody else. So you're at this point where you're like, I'm not putting effort into the thing that is not going anywhere, essentially, is what it is. And so you're choosing what you believe is right for you. How you're going to do this is the Knight of Cups in reverse. I want to say this: don't allow other people to put you in a mood. Don't allow other people to project their insecurities onto you. Make sure that you're certainly not doing that. But I feel like it's more towards you because of that Seven of Wands. The Knight of Cups in reverse can also be somebody who's over idolizing something in a way where they're not grounding it into reality. So be cautious of that as well. Oops. And the Hermit in reverse. It's really about being self-aware in regards to what it is that you need and understanding how other people or even your own habits are affecting your energy in a negative way that prevents you from taking action towards something. I feel like I don't really have to worry about you because you're in the energy of the Ace of Pentacles. So it does make me feel like you're taking a very realistic approach. And I just really think that it's encouraging you to continue to do that. Your advice: a fiery climax approaches. So the only reason I think that this is actually happening, I mean, hence the Mars opposite Pluto, for the first half of the month here anyway, we're all feeling that for sure. But this is probably telling you that you need to put a pin in something where there's been some battles, where there's been jealousy, where people are trying to step on your toes. You just need to dead it. You need to cut it however you see fit in whatever way, because I do think that something's going to blow up, not necessarily because you've done anything wrong, but I think it's because you're doing something right. So you may have some people that are a little jealous of you this month, okay? You're like, stand in line. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. If you guys would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at www.violettalexis.com. All of that information can be found in the description box below. Thanks a lot, Sag. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Welcome to your November forecast. We're going to be taking a look at how you're going to be successful this month. So let's go ahead and take a look at your overall general energy for this month, and then we're going to work our way down. Ooh, I really like this. Whether you're a man or a woman, you're definitely showing, please excuse my cat. Please excuse my cat. You're going to be in your very masculine energy. This is you kind of detaching from smaller things in your life and understanding that you have bigger fish to fry. So while this energy of the Emperor can be a little detached, it is because he knows that he has to put certain, or she has to put certain emotions aside or small little details aside in order to handle big picture stuff and making sure that things get done. You may be a CEO, maybe you're getting promoted, maybe you are becoming the leader of a company or something big like that, but you're definitely in more of a leadership position. So it means that you have more power in whatever this may be. So and this is definitely like divine masculine energy. So that's attractive. You have the Page of Swords here. Well, this can be that you're very in control and very much in power in some area of your life, but there's still more to learn, I think, with that Page of Swords. with that Page of Swords there, it could also mean that you have somebody whom is learning from you, or somebody who is watching you like a hawk a little bit. They may be watching you because they're trying to figure out how you've become so successful, or what your intentions are, or they're maybe focused on like looking at you as though you lead by example in some way. So it seems like you just have somebody who's a little bit of a leech, but I don't want to say in a bad way. It seems like they just admire you. For others of you, this can be that, yes, you're in a position of power at work or in your family or something like that, but maybe there is more to learn. Maybe there's some other kind of avenue that you want to focus on. But this is Gemini energy. So this is like the details of things. And this is more big picture, just in the way of where you have bigger things that you need to focus on that are more important. So because that Emperor is looking away from that Page of Swords, it makes me wonder if you're kind of leaving the small fish to fry themselves a little bit. How you're going to succeed this month, or what you're going to succeed, is the Hierophant. Well, this can be learning. You can be completing some kind of educational course. This also can be around religion or spirituality in some way. Maybe you're focused on being more spiritual. Maybe for some of you, you're getting married, or for some of you, maybe you're redoing your vows. This can also be about making sure that you have your fundamental values and morals in place. But generally, if we're talking about success oriented, this can be a commitment that is actually solidifying and getting ready to go to the next level, whether that's a relationship or whether that's some kind of job. The Nine of Wands in reverse is here. It almost feels like you're not giving up, you're giving in to something, but it's successful within its own right. So maybe for a while, for instance, right? This feels like a masculine's read. Okay. So if you're a feminine Capricorn, reverse it if you need to. But it almost makes me feel like something that you've been fighting against for a long time. It seems like you are not fighting it anymore. So I don't know if this is you being like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna get hitched, or I'm just going to go to school for this thing, or I'm just going to join the church, or it's like you're finally giving into something, but it's helping you align with what is authentic to you. It's helping you restructure or structure the life that you build upon. So, or the foundation for the life that you build upon. So I don't think that giving in is always a bad thing. I think you can still give in to things that are good for you. How you're going to do this is the Two of Wands. Well, I think this is about being less stubborn and being more so like, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the thing, but that means that you may have to leave something else behind. Okay. So for some of you, it could be a mindset. For some of you, it can be a job. For some of you, it can be the single life. Who knows, right? But it's asking you to come out of your comfort zone and to come up with a plan, an actual plan that is going to get you to meet your goals. King of Cups. This is about emotional maturity. And for some of you, this definitely can be about some kind of higher level of commitment there, especially with the Hierophant and that King of Cups. And then the Emperor is your energy. I mean, I think it's all well and good. I think that you're showing up the best that you can. I mean, the Emperor, you can't get much better than that as far as masculine energy goes in tarot, but it's also asking you to get out of your comfort zone a little bit when it comes to your emotionality, when it comes to being vulnerable. Maybe for some of you, going to a therapist to figure out maybe where these emotional blockages come from, or opening yourself up to a relationship if you guys are single, or opening yourself up to a higher level of commitment with the person that you're already connected to. Your advice is a personal issue reaches a resolution. Well, this says full moon in Cancer. So there can be some kind of completion around home, family life. There can be a solidification of a relationship. Like I said, maybe you're moving in with someone, maybe somebody else is moving in with you. Whatever the issue is around emotions, family, partners, things like that, childhood, things of the past, something now is going to reach a tipping point where it's like, I don't want to say do or die, but because that seems kind of extreme, but it's kind of like shit or get off the pot, right? So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at www.violettaalexis.com. All of that information can be found in the description box below. Thanks a lot, Capricorn, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Welcome to your November forecast. We're going to be taking a look at how you're going to be successful for this month. So let's go ahead and take a look at your overall general energy, and we're going to work our way down from there. Your overall energy is the Knight of Wands in reverse. So this can be a little bit inconsistent. You can feel like you don't really know which direction you want to go, even though you may have a lot of opportunities. It's almost like a chicken with its head cut off, is kind of what I think of with the Knight of Wands in reverse. Be careful of ego, be careful of pride, be careful of having a little too much drive and kind of know where to go, is what I want to say with that Knight of Wands in reverse. I also want to say be cautious around trying to gain attention in ways that are not authentic to you, or in ways that are going to get you the wrong kind of attention and the attention that you don't want. The Knight of Wands in reverse, he wants to be recognized for something, but he's going about it in the wrong way, okay, or she. So just be cautious of that energy. Let's see. The Four of Wands in reverse. Okay. This can definitely be a very non-committal energy. Okay. So if you're a feminine Aquarius and you're dealing with a masculine, this could certainly be them. But for whoever this is for, this is inconsistency when it comes to family dynamics, when it comes to taking care of the people that you love, when it comes to family spats. This can be family spats. This can also be relational spats, or just not wanting to commit to one person or one thing at a time. The Four of Wands in reverse can also represent somebody who doesn't do something because there's an insecurity there. So it can kind of feel like you're putting your hand in a bunch of different cookie jars because you can't commit to one thing because you're insecure about pursuing whatever that thing is. So just be cautious of that. You have the Three of Cups for how you can be successful this month. So I really want to say lean on your friends, lean on the people that understand you, having some camaraderie with people, getting together with the people that love you. For some of you, you end up actually meeting a lot of people that are going to help you drive to that level of success, or that are going to help you give, or that is going to give you really good advice for what it is that you need to be doing. Yeah, to get what it is that you want, to have more fulfillment in life. Maybe for some of you, it's just that you've been super hyper independent and not really leaning on anybody. And now this is the time that you do. And you start thinking to yourself, why didn't I do this before? So it's not really about what you know, it's about who you know. And I think that while there's a lot of misdirection, it's like you're firing off at all cylinders, but you're not really hitting the bullseye anywhere. I think it's who you know that's going to help you hit that bullseye. It's who you know that is going to help you reach that level of emotional fulfillment, in that sense of feeling, I don't want to say complete, but feeling content, feeling content. So where you're going from a level of feeling insecure, being inconsistent, feeling like you need to get your needs met, but you're going about it in the wrong way, you can meet some people that are kind of helping you get to that point that you need to be at. How you're going to do this is the Hangman in reverse. So the Hangman in reverse is about somebody who doesn't want to surrender to something. They're trying to hold on for dear life to something that isn't even supposed to be there in the first place. The Hangman in reverse can also talk about somebody who is too stubborn to be able to see outside of themselves, or to be able to have a different perspective. This is also about, sometimes it's about sacrifice. So there are some sacrifices that you may need to make in order to find that level of contentment and emotional fulfillment within you, because it's really about you. It's not really about anybody else. But I think that there are going to be people this month that are going to help you find that within yourself, if anything, like inspire that within you. Yeah, this is like the Tower in reverse. It's like I said, it's like not letting go, not surrendering to something. This can be like, for example, right now, this is just a prime example. And Aquarians, you guys usually don't have this problem, but when I see the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Four of Wands in reverse, and this is how I see what you need to overcome. This can be somebody who feels like they need to show up in a certain way in order to get the admiration or the attention that they desire, instead of just being like, you know what, I just need to show up as I am, and either people like it or they don't. And sometimes that take it or leave it approach can really be beneficial. And so I think this, with you holding on to some kind of specific narrative, or you feeling like you need to be a certain way, is actually causing more suffering than anything, which can also be the Hangman, right? Because it's Neptunian, which is natural 12th house ruler. So something to think about. So I think that with that Three of Cups and the Nine of Cups, this is actually about you finding people that are authentically you, or authentically for you, and you're authentically for them in turn. And I think those people are going to help inspire you to be the more authentic you. And to think about it, right? Pluto is going to move into Aquarius this month, which is your sign. So if you are still holding on to old paradigms, if you're still holding on to this old personality that isn't serving you anymore, or whatever it is, your ideals, whatever it may be, whether you like it or not, Pluto's going to force those things to purge. It's going to force you to evolve. That's what Pluto is all about. So it's either you can go kicking and screaming or you can go willingly, right? And that is kind of Pluto, right? As much as that sucks. So we have meditate and contemplate. So, here, new moon in Pisces, 12th house, kind of like with what I was saying. This is about being able to find a new way to let go of things, finding a new way to deal with life as opposed to whatever this is, right? So the Knight of Wands in reverse can be somebody who, starts drama because they're bored with their life, right? Which is really just they're bored with themselves, or they don't have a passion in life. So they try to stir up things around them. This is asking you to find a new way to deal with those things, whether it is meditation, whether it's therapy, whether it's, sometimes isolation can be positive because it kind of helps you clear out all of the other gunk and all of the loud noises around you and just simply center yourself and listen to you. Okay, which is what I think you need this month. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at violetaalexis.com. All the information can be found in the description box below. Thanks a lot, Aquarius, and have a great November. Bye for now. Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Welcome to your November forecast. This is how you're going to be successful for this month. We're going to go ahead and take a look at your general energy, and then we're going to work our way down. Okay, so let's see. Overall energy, Four of Pentacles in reverse, definitely ready to take some risks, or definitely ready to let go of something that you feel has been holding you back, even if it's yourself or your own thought process. I think with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, this can also talk about needing to spend some money to make some money. Usually in traditional Rider-Waite tarot, you're going to see this guy and he's like holding on to his pentacles and he's like, he knows that there's something bigger out there, but he's like refusing to do it because he's afraid to take a chance. It doesn't seem like you're afraid to take a chance. I want to say make sure that you're taking calculated risks, but let's see. Yeah, I feel like you're going to make a really great calculated risks. For some of you, this can be a masculine's read. Okay, so if you're a feminine Pisces, this may be reversed for some of you. Now with that King of Wands, this is a big entrepreneurial spirit. This is somebody who's very confident in what it is or whom it is that they are pursuing. So can it be, you pursuing your love for life? Sure. Maybe spending a little bit of money and starting a passionate business for some of you. Maybe you're deciding to spend some money and travel, but ultimately you're taking a chance on you and you're spending some kind of money in order to have that chance, in order to create that chance for yourself. And you're very confident in this risk that you're taking, very confident in this risk. And it can be something around your own sense of self-expression. Maybe you're, I don't know, spending some money on some equipment to have a podcast business or something like that. But it's a big entrepreneurial spirit and you're not afraid to do it. Maybe you're taking somebody out on a date, maybe you're spending some big money to take somebody out on a date. How you're going to succeed this month is the Chariot in reverse. So where there was fear before, where there was fear, some of you are buying a new car. Okay, I just heard that can be sometimes the Chariot. Some of you are buying a new car or getting a new car in some way, and you have the means to do it. But the Chariot in reverse can also talk about we don't have our priorities straight, or there's a fear here, or we're cowering in the corner like a coward, right? And this is how you're succeeding. So with that Four of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Wands, if there has been some fear to move forward, if there has been some fear of failure as well, I think that you're removing that by just simply doing the thing that scares you in some way. You've had some options available to you in regards to what it is that you're trying to pursue, and you've had them for a while. And so now it's almost as if like you're seeing things in a different light. You're seeing what you can do with what it is that you have, and you're getting yourself out of a disappointing situation because for a lot of you, you're realizing that you put yourself there due to your mind frame, due to a lack of gratitude. Sometimes that can be the Four of Cups. So keep that in mind. How you're going to succeed is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This is not the time to um waste your time on things that are going to make you doubt yourself. This is not a time where you waste your time on people that don't appreciate you. This is not the time to act impulsively. This is not the time to invest time, money, energy, sex, whatever emotions into something or someone that is not invested in you. So don't waste your time with things. I think with that Fool energy, this is about you breaking out of something, breaking out of some kind of pattern, going on some kind of new journey, going where you've never treaded before. And the Fool energy is about that brand new beginning. I mean, it's the Fool's journey. It's the first card in the deck. It is the first major arcana card. It's at a 0. It's fresh energy. And so this is about having a higher perspective and liberating yourself by not wasting your time on energy, people, places, things that you're not going to get a return on, essentially. We have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus, where we're going to be having a full moon in Taurus, which is going to happen this month, I believe on November 15th, and it's going to be conjunct Uranus. So this is breaking free from some old kind of maybe debt or issues with self-love, maybe, right? But that full moon in Taurus saying your dreams need a practical plan, make sure that you have a plan. Don't just go into something. It's okay to take chances, but like I said, taking calculated risks, I think is really going to be the best advice I can give you. So it's not about shooting in the dark. It's about turning on the light, deciding where you want to shoot, taking your time and aiming and getting a bullseye, essentially. You know what I mean? So thank you so much, Pisces. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at www.violettaalexis.com. All of the information can be found in the description box below. Thanks a lot, Pisces, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.